It's been a while since we have spoke about SHX by Stronghold on this channel, so today we're going to give you an update, some of the things that maybe you have missed. We're talking integrations with Solana, XRP Ledger, Axelar, SquidRouter. Then we're going to move into the IMF World Bank document that shows they have been talking about Stronghold specifically. And then we're going to move into SquidRouter. They have a new announcement that they have an ICO, which is the initial coin offering, coming out June 30th. For anybody that's interested in that information, stick around for the back end. And as you can see right now, Stronghold SHX is just under 1 cent right now, even a half a cent at that. So if this is a project for you, it's a great opportunity to buy after you consult your financial advisor, because I'm not a financial advisor, of course. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's provide more color and clarity behind Stronghold and their co-founder, which is Sean Bennett. So if you don't know Sean Bennett, check it out with me. This is coming from Stronghold, their website directly. Check it out. It says Sean Bennett on the future of compliance, merchant offerings, and SHX. What I want to highlight is this right here, Beat Sean and Stronghold. It says in 2013, he started building on Ripple, and in 2014, he dropped out of med school to build on the Stellar Network's first stablecoin. Sean co-founded Stronghold, a payments infrastructure company that secured IBM as its inaugural customer. Then you roll over here to learn more, and this is coming from Medium, speaking about Sean, and this says, "Hi, I'm Sean Bennett, creator of Stellar's first and hopefully second USD anchor." But I want to point out May 15th, 2018 is when this is coming out. But what I've highlighted here to put more of this together for people that don't know, it says, "As we know, Jed Secret's Bitcoin project was stellar. When details come out about what Stellar could actually do, I was all in. And if you don't know anything about Jed, McCaleb, Stellar, Ripple, all the projects he's invested in, I do have this playlist right here if you want to check it out. There are 7 videos and we go pretty deep into Stronghold, especially these 2 right here. These are going to be the ones that really highlight Stronghold's past and where they're headed and give you a better understanding. And then of course these other videos will give you more color as well, so you can see the bigger picture should you want to move into that. And if you do want to check out that playlist, it will be in the pinned comments, at the end screen, and in the video description as well. So you can definitely find that with ease. And while we're talking about the video description, everything you see on my screen will also be down in the video description under sources. So please use this research for your own benefit to dive into these projects a little bit deeper. I want you to have these sources for you to have your own research and feel confident as you invest into these projects, because at the end of the day, it is your money, right? Now let's move into the IMF World Bank documenting Stronghold. So check out your screen with me. This is an elaborate paper that's 62 pages long, coming from World Bank and IMF. So check it out. As you see here, it says blockchain interoperability, keyword interoperability. And you'll see the abstract. So what is this paper about? This paper summarizes the initial exploration and findings of the World Bank Group Technology and Innovation Lab, and partners with the IMS Digital Advisory Unit on blockchain interoperability and some of the related approaches and efforts being carried out by the blockchain innovators and other institutions. And something I just want to highlight here on page 21, as we're talking about application layer adapters, they call out Quant. So it says the Overledger platform by Quant Network connects various blockchain networks as well as legacy systems. The platform provides blockchain agnostic operating system for business applications to run on. It currently supports Hyperledger, Fabric, Corda, Ethereum, Bitcoin, IOTA, EOS, and Ripple, either permissioned or permissionless, and provides Java and JavaScript SDKs for developers to develop applications to run on the platform. Quant Network uses its dApps technology, multi-blockchain dApps, or MDApps. But the bigger thing you are here for is this section here on page 23, speaking about technical approaches, usability between different blockchain platforms and projects. We look under legacy systems, we scroll to Interledger. At that cross section here, of course, we are seeing Stronghold Platform, Gates Foundation, and Project Stella Phase 3. So Project Stella is the Bank of Japan and the European Central Bank working together about digital assets. It's pretty interesting that they are talking about Stronghold when it comes to legacy system and Interledger. As we roll on here, this is going to be from the IMF, and this actually comes out June 28, 2026. And of course, they're speaking about tokenization. This is a big one because when the IMF is speaking about it, the real money is going to listen. So check it out. This is about 30 seconds long, so don't scroll away. Some good information you want to be aware of. Check it out.
Risks Automated trading has already led to sudden market plunges known as flash crashes. With their instantly executed trading, tokenized markets can be more volatile. Also, tokenization allows chains of programs to be written on top of each other. In a crisis, these could interact adversely like falling dominoes. Another risk is that many new markets could emerge, and if their tokens don't speak to each other, known as interoperability, markets could fragment and fail to deliver faster and cheaper trading.
We now have the IMF speaking about interoperability and the necessity of this directly from the horse's mouth. You can see why the importance of not being tribal is so important in this space, because these networks will work together. They have to work together for the system to work. And I keep driving that home, and I hope people appreciate that. And before we move into the announcements, the XRP Ledger, Solana, Axelar, SquidRouter, and then that SquidRouter ICO, if you guys could please hit that like button. And also, if you like this kind of reporting where it's just facts, no hopium, and we provide a different way to look at the crypto market, please consider to subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you part of this channel. And of course, if you need a Tangent wallet, you can use my code DC10 for a 10% discount on all Tangent wallets if you're in the market. For anybody that is new here, just know that all of my affiliate link proceeds goes to NAMI for mental health. So none of that goes to me. It all goes to charity. And we review these donations once a quarter so you guys can see exactly where your money is going. So you know I am not taking it for myself. So if you need a wallet, DC10, 10% off. It's right there. It'll also be down in the video, pinned comments, description, and all those things. So let's go ahead and get into the actual announcements now for the people that are wanting to hear this section of it. We're going to talk about the XRP Ledger, and then we'll move into the Solana, Axelar, SquidRouter in that order. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this comes out from CoinMarketCap. And this has to do with the XRP Ledger. So check it out. It says bridge to XRPL goes live June 6, 2026. Stronghold has activated a bridge to the XRP Ledger using infrastructure from SquidRouter and Axelar. The move, following the result of Governance Vote 8 in December 2025, enables SHX tokens to move into the XRP Ledger ecosystem. The goal is to access a network built for regulated enterprise-grade financial participation. This is a neutral to bullish development for SHX. Expanding XRP Ledger could increase the token's utility and user base by tapping into the different institutional ecosystem. However, the real impact depends whether this cross-chain access drives tangible new demand for liquidity flows. And if you've been following the channel, you know SHX is a part of the plan. They are definitely going to grow. You'll see from Stronghold, this is the Solana announcement, June 3rd. It says SHX has expanded to Solana, one of the most active customer ecosystems in crypto powered by Axelar. And this is kind of the breakdown of that Solana network and what the benefit is. So if you want to check this out, it says SHX is expanding to the Solana ecosystem via Axelar. I need to slow down. Sorry about this, guys. So number 2, Solana has become one of the most active ecosystems in crypto. Number 3, by expanding into Solana, SHX gains access to a broader ecosystem of users, builders, and liquidity opportunities without sacrificing its broader enterprise-focused vision. The integration is powered by Axelar and SquidRouter. That means we will be able to move SHX cross-chain through infrastructure designed to make future bridging simpler and more accessible. And as we roll on, this is Stronghold reposting Axelar's app updates. As you can see, the now live on the Axelar app, the familiar chains, but as the coming soon here, if they haven't already announced this, we do have XRP Ledger, Hedera, Stellar, big move, guys. And then as we think about SquidRouter and Ripple, this comes out June 16th. It says RLUSD everywhere, powered by Squid. Squid is now powering instant cross-chain access for Ripple USD. You can now swap, move RLUSD across XRP, Ledger, Ethereum, Base, Optimism, and beyond. As we can see, SHX is deeply connected with Ripple, XRP Ledger, Solana, Axelar, Squid. There's so many other projects that SHX can now tie to that's going to help this ecosystem grow. This is something to keep your eyes on. Again, anything that I cover on this channel, I'm not suggesting that you go out and buy. And this is going to be specifically, especially for SquidRouter. Everybody has their own opinions of it. I'm just providing the information as news, and you can take this information however you want. But I do want to highlight some things about SquidRouter that I think is important for anybody to be aware of, especially if you're looking into new investments or new technologies and you want to learn more about what's really happening out there. So let's go ahead and check out SquidRouter. This is going to come from their actual website. And again, this stuff will be down in the video description under sources for you to use. So check out your screen with me. We're just going to move pretty quick here, just a highlight, if you will. So check it out. So it says 100 chains, 20,000 tokens, 1 squid. We have 6 billion plus safely routed, 1 million plus users, 100 plus chains, 130 plus DEX aggregated. We move down, we see that the powering 1,000 plus integrations, we have MetaMask, Ripple, Ledger, of course. And I don't want to show you the full ecosystem, but you definitely can later on. And you can say why Squid. Quote speed is 0.25 seconds to 1 second. Execution time, 5 seconds. Average cost is at 0.2 cents. So it's pretty cheap, fast, and reliable, right? Uptime is 99.99%. 9 audits, 24/7 support. And as we roll down, every token type, every chain, you can see Base, XRP Ledger, Bitcoin, Cosmos, Hedera, Stellar, Solana, Binance, and CeeLo. I looked over that. So now that we have a better understanding of SquidRouter, who they're working with, what they're trying to do, as you see, they are well connected. They are announcing their initial coin offering coming out on June 30th, which we're about to read more about it. And again, I'm just going to say, use your own discretion. Definitely research and make sure that this is the project for you if you are considering looking into investing into this project. So let's go ahead and get into those details for anybody that is curious about it. So check it out. This is coming from x.com, Squid's actual page, and they are announcing this ICO. As you see, the Quid public scale structure and tokenomics, which is clever because they named it Quid, but with the $sign, it still spells Squid. Very impressive, guys. And as we go through here, it tells you more about the public sale of this token. So Quid public sale, we shared initial token and scale details with you this week. Now we offer them all. Here's what's new. Public sale of price of less than half a cent, so 0.045. Fully diluted volume is 45 million. Raised soft cap is 1 million. Raised hard cap is 2.2 million. Allocated supply for sale is 50 million, so that's 5% of the token supply. Sale format, fixed price, pro rata, and merit based. Unlock schedule, 100% unlocked at token generation event. Then purchase limit is a minimal of $100 to $100,000 being the max. And as you go through here, that's what we just read about. And you can see the token allocation and the overview. So it says with 1 billion Quid tokens in total, here's the percentage breakdown of the token allocation. As you can see, the investors is 30.39%, team and advisors is 23.95%, strategic partner is sitting at 10%, public sales at 5%, which we just read about. The ecosystem is 7.5%, and foundation treasury is 23.16%. We just read about that. Let's read more about the vesting schedule. This is where it gets really interesting, and this is why I think they're doing something different. It says the vesting schedule for Quid is unique in that investors, team members, and strategic partners each have 12-month cliff with 25% unlock and separating linear to month vesting. So essentially what this is saying that their investors, team, and strategic partners cannot sell their tokens for 12 months after this is released. So this is something very unique. A lot of people are scared of ICOs, which is fair because we see it happening all the time. We see that a company will release a token, people will rush in and buy it, and then the investors and the team will dump those tokens on the market, take the money, and run. So Squid is doing this a little bit differently. They're making it where their team and partners and investors, they can't dump on the market. Their tokens are locked for at least a year, and then after that year, there is a release schedule, so they can't even, after a year, go dump all their tokens onto the market. So that's a good thing when you look at ICOs and tokens so you don't get burned or rug pulled. That's something you want to look at, and I think it's interesting that Squid did take this route. So hopefully you guys enjoyed something in this video. If you did, please hit that like button, leave a comment down below, a simple thumbs up, anything like that definitely helps out the channel. And again, if you like this kind of reporting, please consider to subscribe to this channel. We would love to have you a part of it. Before I let you guys go, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, become the change you want to see in the world. Thank you guys for hanging out for so long. I'll catch you on the next one.